Hey, this is Colin from Carolina Active Health. So today I wanted to give you guys a couple tips on how to deal with hand, finger, or wrist pain, especially during the holiday seasons when you're probably wrapping a lot of presents or you be spending a lot of time in the kitchen, or you just have hand pain or wrist pain or something that bothers you there. So a couple really easy things that we can work on. One is going to be stretching, which is a good option. So we want to stretch both the extensor side and the flexor side. There's a little bit more to it, but for right now, we're just going to work on those two. So stretching the wrist flexor here, what we do, we're basically just going to pull the fingers back, put that wrist into wrist extension, and we're going to stretch out this way. Really making sure we pull on the fingers, and you can do this with the other hand. You could have this on the floor, you could have it on a table or something. But the key here is making sure we get those fingers stretched, and you can tell if one's tighter than the other. It's going to be a little easier if the elbow is bent. It's going to be a lot more intense when the elbow is locked out like this. This is something we can do throughout the day, 30 seconds at a time, making sure we also get the wrist extensors. So I'm going to flex my wrist, and I'm basically just going to curl the fingers back like this. Obviously, I'm not going to get much of a stretch if I bend the elbow, but if I lock that elbow out, it's a lot more of a stretch. And from here, I can even pull the fingers back with my own hand. You could do this on the table, like so. In that case, I can kind of actively curl my fingers back, but I'm not really going to be able to get much of a stretch with that. Same thing, about 30 seconds. Do this throughout the day. Stretching is a good option, but I would always follow it up with some kind of strengthening exercise. So we'll work on a very basic one. It's just wrist flexion, wrist extension. Again, there's a lot more to it, but we're just keeping it simple today. So working the wrist flexors here. Really important that we go nice and slow. We take a dumbbell, making sure the elbow or the forearm is parallel to the ground. And we're just slowly going to lower the weight until we get a little bit of a stretch. And then I'm going to curl all the way back up and then curl my wrist up. I can go nice and slow with this, shooting for about 10 reps. And just nice and controlled every single rep. To work the wrist extensors, I'm going to flip the weight around. So now I'm slowly going to lower the weight. I can dangle my fingers a little bit and then curl right back up. Or you can just keep a solid grip on it and go through that full range of motion there. Just slower on the way down, faster on the way up. Same thing, I would pair both of these together, 3 sets of 10. You can work on this every single day. It's just a good way to prevent wrist issues, finger issues. So give it a shot if you're experiencing any finger, wrist, or hand pain.